Hi, Steve Draper here in Bellevue. Today we're doing the third assignment on horizontal boring in the Shopsmith self-study course for the Shopsmith Mark 4, 7, or 520. And today, for the third assignment, we're going to do a face frame that is doweled. So, as you mentioned, it showed in the manual, for a face frame, you have a stile, which is the vertical member, which will have a rail that will go into it. Let's put this up so you can read it. So here we go. This is your stile here. And here's the rail, which is going to go into it. Just like that. And we already got our lines drawn on there, and we've carried it around the other side. And so, of course, we're going to drill holes into the end of the rail here. And we're going to drill holes into the edge of the stile here. So this is still set up from last time's assignment. So we will start here with doing into the end of the rail. Okay. So use the same spacer we used from last time. And now you'll see that we've got a little bit more space here in between now. We can handle that one of two ways. We can move the motor over a little bit, or I can put another spacer in here. I'll just put one of these in here, and that'll move it over a little bit closer, and that should be good for now. So now let's go ahead and position it for drilling into each of those. Now these, we do need to have them exactly on the line on these for them to match up. So let's get our 5/32 tool here so we can position our fence, get that lined up. Get the miter gauge lined up. All right, that's exactly right there. And I'm going to leave that right, lock that there. Actually, I'm not going to be able to lock that yet. I'm going to need to take that off and lock down this here. Okay, let's double check it. Yep, all right. So again, we will bury that right down to the spurs, tighten it up, and we're going to set this on 1 1/16 for our depth. So that's just one line past the 1, right there. Okay. And let's go ahead and clamp that down. All right, let's go ahead and drill that hole. All right, we'll reposition that, do our second hole. Aha, there we go. I see what's going on. All right, that's it right there. And we'll lock this one down. Okay. Whoop, that's off a little bit. I'm going to have to move it, I can see. Have to move that forward just a hair. Okay, there we are. All right, do the second hole. Now you notice I forgot to clamp it that time. Let's hope that it matches up. Getting a little ahead of myself. Okay, now we're going to reconfigure for doing the edge of the style. So here's our style. Okay. So we'll take off our extension table now. Floating extension table. We don't need that anymore. I'll just leave that down there for now. Going to reposition our fence over to the other slot. And we'll go ahead and move the motor over. Get that bit closer. That's good right there. And we'll go ahead and set our depth on here. I think I'll put some light on it this time. See a little bit better. Okay, that's good right there. This time I'll remember to clamp it. Okay, let's bury that down to the spur. That's there. And now we'll set our depth again for this one. 1 past the 1, 1 1/16. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, and we'll move it over and do the last hole. Okay, so now let's put these two together. Get ourselves a couple dowels. And I think we'll put it in the rail first here. Really doesn't matter which one you put in first, but we're going to put it in the rail first. And there we are. Got our face frame. Now, I'm going to show you here a couple other ways you could do this that's not mentioned in the instructions. And one is, this is an accessory that's available that you can get from Shopsmith. So rather than having to clamp it down with an external clamp, you can actually use this because it's adjustable. And it fits right into your T-track here on the top. And we could put it right where we need it. So we could have used this in place of our clamp and put this right here. And then when we did our style, we would push that right down on there, nice and firmly. And that holds it down nicely. And you don't even need to use external clamps. So that's an option that you can get for your Shopsmith. It does not come with the machine, but is available as an option that you can purchase as an accessory. And I'm going to show you one other on the when we did the rail, an option for that as well that you could have done instead of the way we've shown you here. So let's take this off. And let's go back to when we had it doing the rail. And this I'm going to show you how we could have done it and not even use the floating extension table on there. That's another option that we could have done. So let's put this back in the other slot. We had it before. And let's lock that down. So the other option you could have done for doing the rail is we could have done it like this without using the auxiliary extension on the fence. And then we could have just moved our motor back and let it hang out over the edge. We could have done it that way as well. And then, of course, we would have locked our miter gauge down the bar down into the table like we did before. And it would be fine for it to hang out over the edge on this particular application. And I'm going to show you one other way we could have do this as well without even using the miter gauge at all. And that is, we could have just squared it up like we do here and used an accessory clamp, which you could make yourself, and I'll show you in the jigs and fixture lesson, which is the very last, number 10 for this course. I'll show you how to make these. And in this one here, you don't even have to. Let's get that up off of there. There we go. I'm going to put that about right there. I've got that squared up to the table. And I'll hold that down right there. And then I can put another one on the other side. Hold the other side as well. So that's another way you could have done it as well. So there's more than one ways you can do these particular operations. I've shown you one in the written instructions, and I've shown you a couple other options here in the video. So hopefully this helps you. There's a lot of other horizontal boring operations that can be done. I've just done these 3 assignments here. You'll get creative as you make projects, and you'll see other ways that you can do this as well. So thanks for watching.